Hello, this is Owen Henderson reporting from Jam's First Point News in the Villa. Today I'm reporting on an exciting new club opening. Here with me is proud book club organiser and world famous children's author Rachel Hamilton. Firstly, I'd like to thank you for speaking to me today and confess that I'm a huge fan of your books, especially the case of the exploding loom and the case of the exploding brains.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm very happy to be here with you talking about the book club.
Let's begin. Number 1. The Book Walrus Kids Book Club. That's a funny name. What inspired you to call it that?
I don't know if you've heard of a series of books called The Northern Lights by Philip Pullman. They're great books, and one of the things I like about them is everybody in the book has a demon. So it's like an animal that's attached to them, and that's supposed to represent them. Have you heard of that?
Yes. Isn't it The Golden Compass?
Perfect. And I always thought if I had an animal that was with me, other people say they want a tiger or a lion or something big and powerful. I always thought I wanted a walrus because they just laze around in the sun, just sort of sunbathing, doing nothing with their tusks out, just being a bit weird. And I thought I'd like to do that. So I've always liked walruses. So I thought, why not have a book walrus?
2. Why did you start a children's book club?
It's something I've always wanted to do, because people often ask me, why do you write books for kids? And my answer is actually I write them for me because they're my favourite books. So right from when I started reading, I loved kind of Alice in Wonderland, all the Roald Dahl books. And even though I read loads of adult books, I always go back to the kids' books because they're my favourite. And I thought, who better to talk about children's books with than children? So I thought I'll stick it near my house because then I don't have to travel very far, and I'll find lots of you lot who are interested in books and we can have great conversations about them. So that's why I started it off.
What age group is the book club aimed at, and what are the benefits to children attending?
The age is 8 to 11 because I wanted to keep it reasonably tight so we're all at a similar level when we're chatting. And the benefits, hopefully people will have fun. Hopefully people will be introduced to new books and new authors, and also I'm deliberately doing books and authors that are coming to the Lit Fest next year because then maybe we can go along and meet them. Some of them I sort of know, so I thought if anybody had questions we could ask them by email so we can find out what the author really meant. And so that's hopefully what the benefits are, knowing more about the world of books.
What was the latest book you discussed at book club? What's it about?
The last book we talked about was David Walliams' The World's Worst Children, and that was a bit of a cheat for the first book club because I know everybody loves David Walliams, so I thought if I could lure everybody in by talking about a book everyone loves. And it's also a book where the chapters don't follow a strict story, so I knew if some people hadn't read the whole book it'd be alright and we could talk about those chapters. So basically it's about these terrible children and all the ways in which they're awful, and that's what we talked about last time.
5. Are there any particular books you plan to discuss at the book club? If so, what made you choose these books?
The book that we're going to study at the next, study sounds quite serious, we're going to look at and talk about at the next book club is Phoenix by S.F. Said. And I picked this because this is one of my favourite books ever, because I think not only is it brilliantly written, not only is it a great story, but it also has really interesting things to think about. So this idea of what is it if people are different to us? The aliens seem so different to humans to start with, but as we read through the book we find out that they're very similar in lots of ways. So I thought it would be really interesting chats would come out of this book.
Do you enjoy your book club?
I love book club. Hopefully you do as well.
7. Do the children help you think of new ideas and funny stories you might include in your future writing?
I think they will. We had some funny stories told last time that I quite like listening to, the ways in which people have been the world's worst children. And generally when I do school visits and talk to people in that sort of the age that you are, I get loads of great thoughts and ideas, and sometimes I might steal. But I usually put a credit in the front of the book if I've stolen an idea or something.
How many children can attend book? And do you have any spaces available for anyone else to join?
Originally, my plan was it was going to be 12 of us at book club because I thought that's quite a nice size group. But then what happened is people kept saying, please can I come? And I'm really bad at saying no to bookworms. So at the moment we're at 18 and it could grow maybe 2 more, but I'm going to try and keep it as a 1 in, 1 out. So I think we'll shut it to new members until some of the old members go, and then we'll fill it up again because I think more than 20 is huge and I have to control people.
Lastly, do you have any recommendations for a good read?
Oh, so many recommendations. Definitely Phoenix is a perfect one. What else have we got? Anything by Owen. I think we're going to have a look at some of the things he's done later. John Doherty is a brilliant author. Who else? Nikki Sheehan. So many good authors. So if anybody who's watching this wants to know more about books, tell them to send me an email with what they like, and I'll come back with some recommendations.
Thank you very much, Time. Now let's get back to the studio.
Thank you.